This is David for GetYourRockOut, and I'm here with Connor from Hail the Yeti. It's very echoey right now, and obviously there's a lot of people practicing. So I just wanted to sort of talk to you about the tour and see how that's going. How's it been so far?
The tour's been it's been good so far. We're I think 6 or 7 shows in. The response has been really good for us. It's our first time over here, so when you get into something like that, you get a little bit nervous because you're not sure how people are going to respond to it. But yeah, it's been great. We're having a blast.
Excellent. I mean, I guess for you, you've been compared with some huge names, Pantera, Lamb of God, like a lot of people like that. So that's sort of quite an apt to follow, I guess. Was there like a particular style that you were trying to go for, or emanate anything, or do you just prefer to kind of let the music talk for itself?
We weren't necessarily trying to pick out what we were going to do. It was more just kind of like what happened. Excuse me. Most of the stuff that I listen to are that kind of like Southern U.S., like Southern metal kind of a vibe. So it's kind of natural that it just ended up getting infused into our sound. But I mean, essentially, we just played the music that we'd want to hear from a band if we were to pick a band that we'd like. So, but yeah, there's influence from all of it. Pantera, Down. Acid Bath, I Hate God. We've been compared to like I Hate Breed and Lamb of God, like you said, and and those are all great bands. So it's a pretty nice thing to hear from people for sure.
That's good. I mean, following on from that, because I was sort of reading up, and you kind of famously, I guess, abandoned California and sort of said like you kind of turned your back on it because you'd seen too many great bands die there, kind of thing. It's the place that metal goes to die. I mean, would you say that the South is kind of like the best place for metal right now, or where do you think the best place is?
I mean, that whole statement got a little bit misconstrued. That our publicist or our manager wrote our bio back when the record came out. It was more of like us, we'd gotten to the height that we, as far as we could go as being a local band in Hollywood. So it was like that time. It was like we need to start touring and getting out. So it wasn't like we turned our back on Hollywood. More as like we needed to leave Hollywood to become a small fish in a bigger sea now. We got to the point where we were, all of our shows are packed, and it's like, we can only go so far.
Yeah, and I suppose that's great, but
yeah, and it was good. It was a blessing,
and
that's our home, and that's where we're from, and it's been good to us. Whereas a lot of bands don't last very long there. They'll break up, they'll try it out for a year or 6 months, and then one guy wants to go get paid to play drums, or because everybody's there mostly to chase their dream. Like they move to LA to be a musician or go to MIT or MI, and become somebody, so they'll, and it's not speaking of anyone in particular, but a lot of guys are just, well, this band isn't working out right now, I'm going to take a gig getting paid to play drums for this band, even if I don't like the music, at least I'm, getting paid to play, which I respect, that's their thing, but for us it was like we stuck our nose to the ground and kept our stuff going how we wanted to do it. It was more about what we wanted instead of what was expected of us.
Okay, that's really good. So I guess having listened to a lot of your stuff, there's a lot of kind of violent imagery and that kind of thing, in your videos and in your songs. I mean, were you trying to shock, or was that something you just wanted to sort of do that's kind of born out of what the band is about?
I mean, it's not so much about scaring, or like to shock people. We've always been, like I said, just do what we want to do, and as far as the imagery and the lyrical stuff, I always wanted to tell stories, whether they're scary stories or happy stories. It's more of like sitting around a campfire and getting told a ghost story or whatever. That was more the thing for me lyrically. I wanted to paint a picture of like some sort of a scenario, as far as the Art of Mourning with the cowboy one, that one's based off of the lyrical is about a cowboy who, doesn't want to be a killer for hire anymore, and his, the guy that pays him decides that, well, okay, well, I'm going to kill your family, so he kills his family, and he goes back, and it's this whole torment of whether he should get revenge or if he should just deal with it. That's basically what happens for the life he chose. So, excuse me. It's never anything like nothing's really contrived. We're not like, okay, this song's going to be about this, and this one's going to, it's just kind of like, this whatever works for each song. So
Yeah.
it's never really planned.
Okay. So for you, I mean, the tour with those Integrated Visitors, you said it's about sort of seven or so shows
so,
in.
yeah.
So that's good. What's been like the highlight so far? Have you enjoyed it, or?
You know, every night's a different party. You know, these guys are good friends of ours, and we all get along really well. So, you know, it's everybody supporting each other, and you know, we all watch each other's bands play, and we're there to make sure that everyone's having a good time. But so far, I don't know. I mean, it's every day has been something new for us, you know, because it's our first time here. So, I'm trying to think what my highlight would be right now. Would probably be, I mean, honestly, just meeting the guys at the airport and getting on the bus was pretty cool. It was just kind of a surreal experience for us, anyway. It was our first time, but everything's been great. You know, every show has been a different experience. We're more than happy.
So I guess finally, just to kind of wrap things up, what's next for you guys? Are you going back to the studio, or what's going to happen now?
We just actually finished a 5-song EP. It's being mixed right now, so that should be done by the time we get home.
Okay.
And we're actually using that to shop to find a new deal. We're looking for a new home, so if anyone's out there, we need a new record label. Sorry. Yeah, that's it for now. We're just going to finish those songs, and you know, we're going to use that first, and hopefully we'll be able to put that out to our fans and let them have some samples of some new songs, because I mean, our first record came out in 2012, so it's been a while. You know, we're playing a lot of them live, you know, now, so it's cool to be able to play new songs. But yeah, that's it for right now. We'll just get that done and then try to give it out to everyone.
Okay. Just a very quick final question. What are you listening to right now? What's sort of like the thing that's being played?
Me personally, I have a huge array of stuff I listen to. A lot of it's pretty mellow. You know, I listen to a band called Empty Self, based out of New Zealand or something like that. A lot of the stoner rock stuff from Sweden. You know, Witchcraft, Asteroid, Graveyard, that kind of stuff. I like a little bit of black metal. Watain is one of my favorites right now. Behemoth. I enjoy Nails.
I love Nails.
Yeah,
I've seen them in May, and I can't wait.
I've never seen them. We missed them by like 2 days last tour, and you know, I've been kicking myself ever since. But that stuff's pretty chaotic.
Well, if you're still around, they're playing with Conversion Trap Them.
When is that?
That's in May.
No, we're gone. We'll be back. Yeah. But yeah, so it's and then again, from anything from Portishead to Massive Attack and mellow stuff, jazz. I like a lot of Frank Sinatra and Dave Brubeck. So it's just kind of like
it's really
to
have the range.
All of us are like that too. You know, after you're playing and listening to heavy music every night. You know, the last thing you want to do is just crank. You know, we're all partying. When there's a party going on, we put on stuff and enjoy it. But yeah, it's mostly mellow stuff for me right now.
Cool. Okay, thanks very much. Enjoy the show. Thanks.
Appreciate it.